Hello, this is my community-based learning project in which I was teaching an adult with cerebral palsy to walk with a walker. My name is Carolyn Flood and my major is rehabilitation psychology. Student and setting description. The student I was assigned to work with is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is a 24-year-old white male with cerebral palsy who is enthusiastic about improving his strength and his independence. Jeffrey needs support and practice when working to improve his strength and overall range of motion. Site description. The site description is UW-Madison's Department of Kinesiology's Adapted Fitness Program, which takes place in Gym 6 at the UW-Madison Natatorium. The goal of this program is to encourage and assist individuals with all abilities to work out and live a healthy lifestyle. The motto of this program is leaving perceptions of limitations behind. Goal and rationale. Jeffrey's goal is to walk with a walker for 10 minutes using correct form. This includes using only forward movements and not swinging his knee or leg inward while he walks. This goal was chosen because Jeffrey understands what it looks like to walk with correct form and wants to be able to do it by himself. Jeffrey wants to continue to increase his high levels of independence and strives to be able to use a walker occasionally as a means of transportation, instead of his traditional power chair. Being able to walk with a walker would also provide Jeffrey with more options for Jeffrey's transportation when he travels to different settings, such as work or a grocery store. Data collection procedure. The collection strategies of duration data, along with mass trials, was used to record how long Jeffrey was able to walk with his walker while using correct form. A timer was used to see how long Jeffrey was able to walk without using incorrect form. If incorrect form was used, then the timer would stop, the data would be recorded, and a new trial would begin. Therefore, the trials indicate the length that Jeffrey was able to correctly walk using only correct form and not swinging his knees or legs inward. The data collection of duration made it possible to compare times of how long Jeffrey was able to walk with correct form from week to week. Intervention and implementation. The teaching and assessment trials took place in the hallway of UW-Madison's natatorium during the last half hour of the 2-hour class period time, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. every Friday. The teaching strategies that were used were total task presentation and modeling. The total task of walking with his walker while using correct form was presented all at once, indicating total task presentation. Modeling was used as I would model the target behavior of walking using correct form beforehand so that Jeffrey could see what it looks like to walk with correct form. The prompting strategies I used were verbal prompts and modeling. The verbal prompts I would use included sayings such as, "Let's go walk now," or "Let's walk using correct form," and Jeffrey would take his walker and take some steps forward, indicating that he would walk. Modeling was used as a prompting method as well, as sometimes I would walk and he would repeat the behavior as well, without me saying anything verbally. The reinforcement strategies that were used were positive verbal and positive physical reinforcement. Positive verbal reinforcement occurred after each trial that Jeffrey had successfully walked while using correct form. These positive verbal reinforcement sayings range from "good job" to "excellent work." Positive physical reinforcement occurred at the end of the trials or if I had seen that Jeffrey was working very hard. This included a high five. Data reporting. The data was recorded in a timetable, just like what appears on the left. The date was recorded along with the trial number, and then the average time across all trials was calculated in the right column. Each of the trials were also labeled as baseline 1 through 3 and then the 4 interventions in the weeks to follow. If Jeffrey were walking and accidentally used incorrect form, I would stop the stopwatch, record at what time that was. So let's say in the first trial, he stopped using correct form at 4 minutes and 53 seconds. I would stop the clock, record 4 minutes and 53 seconds, and then move on to the next trial, and then record that time and that he was using correct form until he were to accidentally use incorrect form. The data is recorded on the left, and on the right there is a graph that reflects the progress throughout the semester of Jeffrey's total time walking with correct form. Data analysis. The baseline data consisted of points of 4 minutes and 5 seconds, 4 minutes and 12 seconds, and 4 minutes and 53 seconds. These data points indicate a slight positive trend with little variability of only 48 seconds. Intervention data. The data points of 5 minutes and 18 seconds, 6 minutes and 3 seconds, 6 minutes and 24 seconds, and 6 minutes of 13 seconds consisted of the intervention data. These data points indicate a slight positive trend throughout the first 3 weeks of intervention and a little bit of drop on performance in the last week. Variability between the intervention points is 66 seconds. Effectiveness of the intervention/instructional plan. This was a semi-effective intervention plan, as improvement was shown throughout the intervention period, although the results were gradual. The level starts around 250 seconds in the baseline data and finishes around 375 seconds in the last week of the intervention period. This shows that Jeffrey was improving his times and was able to walk for a longer period of time throughout the semester with his walker while using correct form. However, the improvement was not shown as drastic as what was wanted. The graph shows a subtle positive trend with an overall variability of about 125 seconds. The immediacy of change was present right away throughout the trials, however the improvements were only slight each week. Generalization and maintenance. Maintenance is to be supported through a thinning reinforcement schedule, the use of natural reinforcers, and transitioning to self-management. Supporting generalization. The thinning reinforcement schedule was used by providing verbal positive reinforcement less frequently and by stop providing positive physical reinforcers such as high fives altogether. The use of natural reinforcers. This occurred by only providing Jeffrey with common positive verbal reinforcers that he would be likely to receive from others, such as good job or nice work. Transitioning to self-management. Having Jeffrey lead his own walking ability exercises and monitor his own performance by paying special attention to his form indicated that he was transitioning to self-management. Additionally, Jeffrey will report to me with what he needs to improve on after each trial, which will make him more self-aware of his behavior. Discussion and impressions. Overall, I had a wonderful experience working with Jeffrey. Although Jeffrey did not meet his established goal near the beginning of the semester, some great improvements were made in his walking ability. I'm excited to work with Jeffrey next semester, as well as continue to watch him improve his own abilities through the UW-Madison's Adapted Fitness program. I am proud of Jeffrey's strong work ethic and desire to improve himself. Every day, Jeffrey came in with a positive attitude and a readiness to learn. Initially, I had a difficult time pinpointing at exactly which second Jeffrey would break correct form, but progressively improved throughout the semester. Overall, great experience working with Jeffrey.